another segment of Hepburn's Helpful Hints. This segment is on how to have a quiet line in the hallway and why that is important. I tend to have a very quiet, orderly line in the hallway, and there are very specific strategies that I use to make that happen. It's one of the biggest expectations at the beginning of the year when I'm setting the routine for the whole entire class. Usually, I'll tell the children they need to make a hand choice. They put their hands in front, and back, or in their pockets. I don't tell them one standard place where their hands need to be. Also, it is one of the main infractions, especially at the beginning of the year, why the children have to move their clips. And I communicate with the parents my expectation about that too, and then they also incur whatever consequence it is I've got set up in my classroom if they're on blue instead of green. Another thing I do is if it happens a few times with the same child having to move their clip for talking or playing in line, I'll try different strategies. I'll have the child walk next to me in line and hold my hand, for example. And if they try to talk to me, I will say, you're walking next to me because I don't like the way you're walking in line. And stop talking to the child. You're not here to talk to me now. And just say it firmly and like I mean it. And a lot of times that'll work. Are you ready to go back and act the correct way and get in line? And if they are, I let them back in. Another strategy I will use, especially if I've had them move their clips a few times and that has not worked, is I will put them in between two students that do behave well in line so that there's no one for them to feed off of. Another strategy is if I have a large group of children that misbehaved in line, I will enlist the help of another teacher, and either when they're outside on the playground or the rest of the children are doing something fun, to watch the other children, while I'll take the 6 children that are having trouble with it, and they'll walk the halls with me. And they know that they're missing out on something that's a lot of fun. And then usually 1 or 2 times of that, and that'll get them in the line that I want. Another thing that I tend to do is to walk in the middle of my line rather than the front of my line. That way I can easily scan and see what's happening both in the front and in the back of the line. When we go around corners, I will stand in the middle while most of my class turns around the corner, and then I will walk and join my class. I train the children on stopping on the corners and train them to listen for my voice on when to stop in case something else comes up. I give nonverbal cues a lot of times. If they're doing a good job, it's a thumbs up or a smile or a pat or a whisper, great job, instead of being loud, even with my positive reinforcement. Because the ultimate goal is that I walk down the hallway with my class and it does not disrupt any other classroom. That's one of the main reasons why it is important that you have a quiet line. On a logistical level as well, perception is reality. And the vast majority of the times that other teachers and administrators and even parents in the building are going to see me interact with the children is in the hallway. And if I have an orderly line, it gives the perception that I'm an orderly teacher. No matter what happens actually in my classroom, I am seen as an effective teacher because of my line management. So using all of these strategies, I know you too can have a wonderful, straight, quiet line when you're traveling through the hallways.